What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay. This video was actually on one of my other channels. I decided to put it on this main channel so all y'all can see it. It's some off-the-court stuff that don't have to do with playing basketball or even sports. Check this out. Work on your game.
DreAllDay.com.
There are books out there that have information that you might think you already know. The reason you should read them anyway is because the more you do something, the stronger the association gets in your mind. The more you know it, to the point where you can actually teach it. The thing that I've heard a lot in certain businesses is people say, you might know all the information that's being taught in this business, but until you're up in the front teaching the information, you don't know it enough to disregard it. So what does that mean? Let's say you're in some type of business, and every week somebody gives a presentation on how the business works. Every week there's a presentation on how the business works. And you already know exactly what the presentation is. You know exactly how it's said. You know everything that person's going to say. You know 100% of the information. Until you're the person being asked to come up there and teach it, you need to be in that room, in the audience, learning that information. What does that have to do with books? Is the exact same principle. If you want to learn success and you think you know all the steps that are necessary to reach success, you still got to keep reading about success. You still got to keep listening to the stories of people who have obtained success. You still got to be a sponge for the information to get success. Why? Because the more you learn about it, the more you'll be able to teach it to other people. And the more you learn about it, the more ideas, the more thoughts, the more actions you'll get that will help you obtain more success. Why does all this have to do with books? There might be a book out there that's on a topic that you think you know everything you need to know about, but information is always changing. Knowledge is fluid. There's always something new being learned in the world. Nothing is ever just stagnant and not changing. It's either getting better or it's getting worse. And you as a human being, your brain, the most powerful object known to man, is more powerful than anything you can name. Any machine, any tool, anything. Your brain is either getting better or it's getting worse. And if you're not feeding it, information is going to make it stronger. It's going to add more to it than it's deteriorating. You're losing things. I'm not sure if everyone's heard this principle. I'm sure many of you have. When the human brain learns something new, when there's some new information put into your brain, it can never go back to not knowing that information. Once the human brain, the mind, I'm not talking about the physical brain like the size of your head. When the human mind expands to take in new information, it can never get smaller. It can never contract back to where it was. So if your brain starts like this and you put in some information and it gets like this, it can never get smaller than this ever again. And you put in some more information that's like this, now this is the smallest it will ever be. Whenever you add information, the mind expands, 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 and it never gets smaller again. But if you don't use the information, then the information is there, but it's lying dormant. It's just dead in your brain because you're not applying the information. So when people say knowledge is power, that's not actually true. Knowledge is potential power. Because just knowing something doesn't mean that you have power. How many of you know something that you need to be doing that would make your life better, but you aren't doing it? So knowledge isn't power, right? Applied knowledge is power. Because if I said, if you go to the gym and you shoot 300 three-pointers every single day, you'll become a better shooter. How many of you have actually done that? Not many, but everybody knows it, but nobody's done it. Now the person who applies that knowledge and does shoot the 300 shots is going to get better. Now they have the power of having a better three-point shot. That's what I mean by applied knowledge. So how all that circles back to reading things that you think you may know everything about. You have to continue to apply the knowledge. You have to continue to learn, continue to expand your brain, expand your mind, and challenge yourself. Because when you're not being challenged, you don't have any reason to get up. You don't have anything you're going after in life. You die. There's nothing else to it.
Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you follow all my top content up here. Follow me on all your favorite social networks right over here. And make sure you are subscribed to catch all the new content I put on this channel every single day. Work on your game.